Ever wondered how car specifications can make a difference in your driving experience? Today we're exploring the fascinating world of car specs. These details, often overlooked, are key to a vehicle's performance and comfort. So buckle up as we dive into the world of car specs and discover their impact on your driving experience. Car specifications, abbreviated as specs, are the DNA of a vehicle. They tell us what a car is made of, how it performs, and what it's capable of. Let's dive right into it and decode this DNA, starting with several crucial specs: power, torque, fuel efficiency, and weight. First off, power. Power is measured in horsepower, and it's essentially the force that propels your vehicle forward. It's the muscle of the car, the brute strength that pushes you back into your seat when you step on the gas. More horsepower means a faster car, but that's just one piece of the puzzle. Next up, torque. If power is the muscle, torque is the twist. It's what gets your car moving from a standstill. Torque is measured in pound-feet and is especially important for those who drive trucks or SUVs or anyone who needs to pull a heavy load. It's that initial oomph that gets you moving. Moving on to fuel efficiency. This spec, measured in miles per gallon, tells you how far your car can travel on a single gallon of fuel. A higher number means you'll spend less at the pump. But it also often means a smaller, less powerful engine. It's a delicate balance between power and practicality. Lastly, the weight. The weight of a car affects everything from its handling to its fuel efficiency. Lighter cars are typically more agile and fuel efficient, but they might not offer the same level of comfort or safety features as heavier vehicles. So there you have it. Power gives your car its speed, torque gets it moving, fuel efficiency keeps your wallet happy, and weight affects almost everything else. Each of these specs plays a vital role in a car's performance, and they all work together to create the driving experience. Understanding these specs can help you choose the right car that suits your needs. Now that we've laid the groundwork, stay tuned as we delve deeper into each of these specifications in the upcoming scenes. We'll be back in a flash. When talking about car specs, power and torque are always at the forefront. But what exactly are they? Power, measured in horsepower, is the rate at which work is done. In other words, it's how fast your car can use energy to move. Torque, on the other hand, is the rotational force of your car's engine. It's a measure of how much twisting force your engine produces, and it's often what you feel when you press the accelerator and get pushed back into your seat. Let's dive a little deeper. Imagine power as the amount of energy your car can use over time, like a sprinter who can maintain a high speed for a short distance. Torque, however, is more like a weightlifter who can lift a heavy weight once or twice, but can't maintain that effort for long. It's the force that gets your car moving from a standstill and keeps it moving at low speeds. How does this affect your car's performance? Well, power is what gives your car its top speed. The more power your car has, the faster it can go. Torque, however, is what gives your car its acceleration. The more torque your car has, the faster it can get to its top speed. Now, let's consider different types of cars. Sports cars, for instance, often have high power and torque to deliver exhilarating speeds and quick acceleration. Family sedans, on the other hand, might have lower power and torque, but they balance this with better fuel efficiency and comfort. Trucks and SUVs typically have high torque to allow for towing and off-road capabilities. However, it's important to remember that having more power and torque doesn't necessarily make one car better than another. It all depends on what you need from your vehicle. A high-performance sports car might be fantastic on a racetrack, but it's not necessarily the best choice for a family road trip. Remember, more power and torque can mean faster acceleration and higher top speed. However, they're just part of the overall picture when it comes to understanding car specs. Next up, we have fuel efficiency and weight, two key factors that greatly influence a car's performance. Let's start with fuel efficiency. It's the distance a car can travel on a specific amount of fuel. In simpler terms, how far can you go on a gallon of gas? Or, if you're across the pond, how many kilometers can you cover on a liter of petrol? The higher the number, the more efficient the car is. It's that simple. Now, the weight of a car plays a substantial role in its fuel efficiency. Think of it like this: if you're carrying a heavy backpack, you'll tire out faster and need more energy to keep going, right? The same principle applies to cars. The heavier the car, the more energy it needs to move, translating into more fuel consumption. To give you a clearer picture, let's compare different types of cars. First, we've got the compact cars. These are your lightweights, tipping the scales at around 1 to 1.5 tons. Their smaller size and lighter weight mean they don't need as much power to get moving, so they're usually more fuel efficient. Next in line are your mid-size sedans. They're a bit heavier, usually weighing in between 1.5 to 2 tons. They offer a bit more comfort and space, but at the cost of some fuel efficiency. And then we have the heavyweights, the SUVs and trucks. They can weigh upwards of 2.5 tons. These vehicles offer lots of space and have higher towing capacities, but their increased weight means they're typically less fuel efficient. Each type of car has its pros and cons, and what's best for you depends on your specific needs and lifestyle. The bottom line here is that weight and fuel efficiency are intertwined. The lighter a car is, the less fuel it needs to move, and the more efficient it becomes. So, when you're on the lookout for your next ride, remember, the more fuel efficient a car is and the lighter it is, the better its performance can be. So, now that we've covered the basics of car specs, let's take a moment to recap. We started our journey with power, the heart of any car. It's measured in horsepower and gives us a glimpse into a vehicle's potential. From the get-go, cars with higher horsepower promise more exhilarating drives. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. Higher horsepower often means a thirstier engine. Then we explored torque, the driving force behind acceleration. Measured in pound-feet, torque gives us a sense of a car's pulling power. It's what you feel when you're pushed back into your seat during a swift takeoff. While it's not always the headline figure in a spec sheet, torque is the unsung hero that makes driving a pleasure. Next, we dove into fuel efficiency. In an era of heightened environmental consciousness, fuel efficiency has become a key decision-making factor. It's a measure of how far a car can travel on a gallon of fuel. Cars with higher fuel efficiency not only save your wallet but also help save the planet. And finally, we tackled weight. It's a balancing act, really. Lighter cars are generally more agile and efficient, but they might also compromise on comfort and safety features. Heavier cars, on the other hand, offer a more stable ride but can be more demanding on the engine and the fuel tank. Understanding these specs can help you make informed decisions when buying a car. It's all about finding a balance that suits your needs, your driving style, and your budget. It's about knowing what's under the hood and what it means for you. Knowing your car specs is like knowing your vehicle's DNA. It can truly enhance your driving experience. Deciphering car specs might seem daunting at first, but once you understand the basics, it becomes a lot easier. Imagine walking into a car dealership, armed with the knowledge you've gained today. You're no longer just impressed by the shiny exterior or the luxurious interior. You now know what's under the hood and you understand the true value of a car. Remember, every car spec tells a story. It could be about the power of the engine, the efficiency of the fuel consumption, or the weight of the vehicle. These details don't just define the car's performance, they also dictate its personality, its character, and its soul. Think about the torque, the horsepower, the fuel efficiency, and the weight. All these specifications paint a picture of what the car can do and how it can perform. They give you a glimpse into the heart of the vehicle, into its very essence. So, when you're considering a new vehicle, don't just look at the price tag. Dive into the specs. Understand what those numbers mean. Use that knowledge to your advantage. Find a car that fits your lifestyle, your needs, and your desires. Maybe you're looking for a car with a powerful engine, something that can hit 0 to 60 in a flash. Or perhaps you're more interested in a vehicle that's fuel efficient, a car that can go the distance without guzzling gas. Or maybe you're after a lightweight car, something nimble and agile. No matter what you're looking for, understanding car specs can guide you to the perfect vehicle. It can help you find a car that not only looks good but also performs well. So don't be intimidated by those numbers and terms. Embrace them, learn from them, use them to your advantage. They're not just figures on a page, they're a roadmap to finding the car of your dreams. So, next time you're in the market for a new car, don't forget to check out those specs. It could make all the difference in your driving experience.